Have you ever heard of the word transient hypofrontality? Well, don't worry. I got you. I'll tell you all about it and why it's important to you hockey players right after this. All right, folks, big word, big fancy word for getting in a flow state. That's right. Today we're talking about how to get in the zone as a hockey player, which we all want to do, man. Oh man. Every time I was in the zone, I was so pumped. I just felt great inside. Everything seemed like it was in slow motion. I was able to perform at my best without even really thinking. And that's exactly what transient hypofrontality means. It means less activity in the prefrontal cortex of your brain. That's the front part of your brain. We described it in another video. Remember, your fingers are the prefrontal cortex, the thinking part of your brain, that clarity over the emotional part, right? And when we are in the zone, there's not much conscious thought. You hear basketball, hockey players, football players, all athletes for that reason, talk about being in the zone or being unconscious. They were just going through the things and they weren't really thinking at all. They're just making it happen automatically. So how do we get into a flow state? How does that work? I'm gonna explain it. Here we go. Now, your focus drives your flow state. So we need to understand that there's a nice balance between how hard the skill is and what we're trying to perform and our own skill sets. Now, if we're a great hockey player and the skill is too easy, then we're gonna be bored. Now, if we're an amazing hockey player and the skill is too hard, we're gonna be anxious. So we need to find this balance between our ability and what it is we're trying to accomplish. And once we do, and once we trust what we trained our ability to do, and we've practiced, that mindfulness and being in the moment without regretting previous mistakes or fretting about things in the future, we end up being in a flow state, which is amazing. Okay, so you earn the ability to trust yourself when you do hard things for a long period of time. And that's why, that time plus your behavior equals trust. And when you work through that process, and again, you prepare and you're not worrying about things that you made mistakes with, and you're not fretting about future consequences, and you work hard and you prepare for that, then you are going to find yourself in a flow state more often. Okay, so trust the brain. Trust yourself in that process, that the thinking part of the brain, it knows what to do and it can calm down so that you can be in the zone more frequently. All right, once you have that aha moment, that ding, and you feel comfortable in that, again, much more likely to be in a flow state more often and have success. All right, that does it for this quick video, understanding how your brain works unconsciously and what that big fancy word transient hypofrontality means and how to use it in your favor. You got any questions? Reach out on social media @MentallyCharged, or you can connect with me directly, info@mentallycharged.com. I'm Coach Corey, and you've got me in your corner.